And speaking of our air quality, let's check in with Dave Spahr on our weather forecast. And, Dave, is it a good time to be stepping outdoors because of that fire that's still burning?
Well, looks like a pretty decent forecast coming up our way into next week. We're already the progress of that fog peeling away. This is San Jose State already. Yesterday, they weren't seeing sky conditions like this, but we have blue skies, as you can see. Meanwhile, at SFO, just a little bit of a fog bank behind us a bit, but no delays this morning at all. So that's clearing out pretty nicely as well. Now, if you're headed up to Tahoe, the forecast calls for this. Next couple of days, temperatures holding in the mid-80s, it looks like, the next couple of days. They're not quite getting the beneficial cooling that we are coming in from the marine layer, and they're a little close to this monsoon moisture, I mean to say, although they're north of all of it, but they're getting a little close to it. Now, we're going to be protected a little bit by a front, too, later on. I'll get into that in a bit. 72 for Antioch, 60s cover Concord and Livermore, upper 50s light at the East Bay shoreline with 50s, meanwhile, up to the North Bay. Okay, see this? This is Estelle. It's a hurricane for now. Good news is the pathway keeps it away from land, including Cabo San Lucas, so it's good news there. Not going to be impacting that at all directly. Indirectly, some of this moisture might get tied up in the middle levels of the atmosphere, send it up to the Four Corner states, fortify their monsoon pattern. That's way upstream. But what we see for the whole week ahead as Estella continues to move, some of that moisture probably gets caught up here a little bit. There you see the pulsating with daytime heating of the thunder showers. Meanwhile, up near where we are, a little front might insulate us a little bit from that getting out of hand a bit. So therefore, we'll see not only the cooler pattern, but this will kind of insulate us from into that monsoon moisture bubbling up, at least heading into next weekend. Four-zone forecast for this Sunday. We're at 70 for San Francisco. At the coast, we're into the lower 60s. 76 going on for Burlingame. To the south, Foster City, 78. Lower 80s still in this pocket here. Sometimes those pop into the lower 90s. That's when you got a heat spike working here. But we're going the other direction. And today's a little warmer than it will be later on this week coming up. 85 for San Jose. 85 also for Cupertino. Morgan Hill still popping at 93. And up near about 80 or so for the East Bay shoreline. Livermore Valley, 91, we'll call it. Dublin, 86. 89 Walnut Creek. We're chipping away a little bit from highs yesterday. 91 for Concord, 72 for Berkeley. Vallejo at a nice 75. Still got those, 98 for Vacaville. Still quite hot there. 93 for Fairfield, 88 for Napa, and 95 for Santa Rosa. Now, we still might see a 90 or so for tomorrow, sure. For Monday, then by Tuesday, we're back to the 80s and the lower 80s come Thursday. Remember, I mentioned that front might deliver us a few scattered clouds and all of that, and we'll keep 70s hugging the bay. Stephanie.
Thanks very much, Dave.